Um, I don't even know where to begin. I made this decision a long time ago about trying to make everything better. And that's when I decided to run for this. But it's a little bit of I gotta give you a little bit of a history. I had years of anger built up inside of me. And my two friends, Patty and Patty, can remember this, that in 1990 when the credit unions closed, I lost my house, and I lost my car, and I was riding a bicycle and working a lot of jobs to survive. And they can remember that. And then on top of that, and my friend Joe can remember this, that we were losing our friends to AIDS. First it was Joe Mantanis, then it was Joey Marola, then it was Joe Barrows, and it was again and again and again, and nobody cared, and the people that had the power did nothing to help us. So, riding my bicycle, I made a vow that I would make two things. I would make my life better and come out the other end better than when I went in. And then, at some point, I would make things better for the people around me. Then my father got Parkinson's, and we had to deal with that, and it was a very strong battle. And we worked very hard to take care of my father. My mother, when my father was up at Fatima, she had to take his medications in because it was too expensive. It was $800 for the bottle. She took the bottle down, they wouldn't let her in the pharmacy, she figured out how to get in, went to the pharmacist and made them replace the medication that they took. All right? And then the second thing was that they charged her $1,300 to transport him from Fatima to University Hospital in Boston. First she went and her and my father went and confront the lawyer. Then they went to court in Mass, and she stood before the judge and she got the $1,300 back. But she was not alone in that room. There was people lined up with wheelchairs and walkers fighting for the reimbursements that they were denied. That is wrong. And why do we have that? Then COVID hit. And there was, I can't even tell you the nurses that I worked with at Fatima, that we walked into it when most people were running away. And my friend here that I work with today, Adriana, we still deal with it every day. In fact, people are afraid to do the jobs that we do, but we do it together. But that anger was in there. And in the middle of that, I decided to change my life and run for office. So I sat with my husband one day at a bar, and I said to him, Mike, this is what I want to do. And he looked off into the distance, and then he turned to me and said, if it's in your heart, do it. But you got to understand, I'm running against somebody that has been in office for 34 years. 34 years. I had no name recognition and a simple message. Education is an investment in the future. Healthcare is an investment in every Rhode Islander. And we need to create a better business tax for small businesses so they truly can be the backbone of the state. And nobody has, and every politician says that, but nobody ever does anything. But I want to. So Lucy and I, like we say, we built the plane while we were flying. We had no idea what we were doing, and we just did it. And we walked door to door. Because of COVID, we had very few volunteers. And I was out there day in, day out, walking 6 feet from the door, my mask on, handing out literature, talking to people, connecting. At the night of the primary, we did everything we could do, and I only lost by 341 votes to a man that was in office for 37 years.
I say stand up on that
one. So, that anger turned into a cold, hard resolve, because you heard me and the people heard me and they heard the message. And they need and want change that actually has a government that works for them and nobody else. I'm tired of the corporate lobbyists and the corporate PACs taking over our government and taking away from us what we should have. It's not right, and it's destroying us as people. It's tearing apart communities, and it's tearing apart a lot of our daily lives. Even in my own town, putting a gas station in where a community health center should go. All right? We have 15 gas stations on Mineral Spring Avenue. Why do we need one more? Again, corporations that control the town. We should be putting in a boat tech school where the old police station is. What do they want to put there? Again, another corporation for self-storage. How does that help our community and make it stronger? It doesn't. And that's what I stand for. So that cold, hot anger has turned into a steely resolve in 2020. We can do it again, and I got the same message, and I can say it to you again. But this time, we have a strong team, we have a strong group of people that are with us, and we're going to make it happen, and we're going to win. Because education is an investment in the future, and we need to realize that. We need to pay our teachers good wages so they stay. We need to improve our schools so that they work for every child. And we need to do it, and we need to do it now. We need to reverse the 2018-2019 cuts to Medicaid, because we get the lowest reimbursements. We're equal to Mississippi, our reimbursements are so low. That's why we can't keep providers here, and that's why we can't get the healthcare workers the pay that they deserve. And we need to create a fair tax system for the small businesses. Why do we got to give away corporate money and tax breaks to the wealthy corporations while our small businesses are paying a tangible tax and paying high property taxes? We need those small businesses because they give more employment. So, here I stand before you today as my declaration. I'm running again for State Senate District 4, Providence, North Providence, as a Democrat. All right? And we're going to do it this time. So thank you all for being here today. Thank you very much. All right?
Okay, one last ask to build on this energy. I know it can be daunting to get involved in a campaign if you haven't done anything before, but there is one really easy thing to do, and that's post on social media. So what we want to do right now while you're all here is challenge Dominic Ruggiero to a debate all together on social media right now. So if you can gather around, if you have a social media account, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, preferably Twitter or Facebook, whatever you want to post on, we're going to take a brief video of Lenny saying exactly that, and we're all going to post it at Senator Ruggiero. Ready for a debate, Donnie? How about that?